I regret not learning the piano, and it's definitely too late now. It's not too late, you can still learn. No, I can't. How am I supposed to learn now? It's too late in life. Listen, I know you probably don't trust me, but I've seen hundreds of people who are adults learn the piano from scratch. And they learned it quickly. Psh, how? I'll tell you, but will you subscribe to my channel? Fine. All right, well, let's get started. I've actually had hundreds of people come through my music school and my online course, and they were able to learn the piano as an adult and quickly. And today I'm going to tell you these secrets as to how they did that. Every single secret in this video is in a special order. So be sure to stay to the end because it's very sequential. You really need to do every single step in this order that I'm about to share with you. Secret number one, the first thing you're gonna do is get into the right mindset. Now, I know this sounds really fluffy and you already don't want to listen to me, but trust me, if you have a bad mindset and tell yourself, I can't learn the piano as an adult, well, guess what? You're not going to learn the piano as an adult. Trust me. But if you tell yourself, I can do this, I've seen other people do this, it's possible for me too, it's not too late. A really famous quote by Henry Ford is, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Second, please do not be impatient. In fact, being impatient is the #1 reason why most people crash and burn and don't learn the piano. Whenever you're learning something new, it will take some time to get used to it. So say you've never played the piano with 2 hands, it's not gonna be something you get immediately. Be patient. With so many things these days, we get immediate gratification. Now, I am telling you that you can learn the piano fast, but I can't promise you that you'll go to sleep one night and wake up the next morning a concert pianist. The next way we need to adjust our mindset is by making sure we have good levels of discipline. If you do not have any discipline for practicing or keeping up with some lessons that you have, then you're just not going to learn the piano. You have to make an action plan for your discipline. So an example of this would be choosing 30 minutes to practice the piano instead of 30 minutes watching Netflix one day. Everyone seems to have time to watch Netflix these days, so I have a feeling you probably can find 30 minutes in your day to practice the piano. I also recommend setting out times in your calendar for when you're going to practice each week. So this brings me to number 2. Implement strategies for developing the habit of practicing. Again, if you don't practice, you're just not going to learn. The first thing you can do is focus on your why. Get a piece of paper and write down, why do you even want to learn the piano? What is your big goal? Some people have very specific goals. For example, I've seen students come in who want to learn a song and it's specifically for their wedding. So what is your why? Write it down and put it somewhere in your home that you're going to see it every single day. The next strategy for developing the habit of practicing would be to make it fun. What song do you want to learn? Be sure to include that in your practice. Another way to make it fun is to watch YouTube videos of people playing the songs you want to learn, and that's going to make you really excited and really inspired. The third way, as I mentioned before, is to schedule your practice ahead of time in your calendar. Another thing you could do is watch this video on developing a really great morning routine for your practice. And by the way, since practicing is crucial to learning how to play the piano, be sure to grab my free practice journal that I've created for you. It's in the link in this description. It's going to have everything that you need to practice as a total beginner every single time you practice. And it's going to also help you schedule out that practice ahead of time in your calendar. All right, the third secret and the third step is to get the basics down. All right, now we're talking about actually playing the piano. Most piano teachers are going to start students learning sheet music first. That means they are going to be playing children's songs for a really long time, like Mary Had a Little Lamb, Hot Cross Buns, and I've seen so many students get very discouraged by this method. So why do teachers do that? This is the long way to learning how to play the piano. Do not start this way, especially as an adult. So the first thing I would do is learn the keys, learn your chords, get some basic technique down, and even get the pedaling. Now, where I would start is with this YouTube video and this YouTube video. That's gonna really help you get some of these basics down. Another reason why I don't think you should start with sheet music and reading notes first is because it's not very fun. And when something's not fun, you're not gonna keep doing it. So if you learn chords first, you can actually find songs all over the internet for free and be able to play them almost immediately. So watch me do this right now. I'm gonna go online and find the chords to I'm Yours by Jason Mraz. So as you can see, here's the chords to I'm Yours by Jason Mraz, and I can easily just start playing this song immediately. So here's an example. But I won't hesitate no more, no more. This is our fate. I'm yours. So because I just knew a few chords, I was able to jump right in and play it immediately. This is why I recommend learning chords first, because you can play songs you love instead of songs you don't love, like I have a feeling you don't love Hot Cross Buns. So what do you think so far? I'm not convinced. Totally. Well, the next parts get even better. Oh, and everyone else on YouTube, what do you think? Do you think it's too late to learn how to play the piano as an adult? Let me know in the comments. All right, the next step is to start jazzing up those chords that you've learned. So this is how you can really go from sounding like a beginner to sounding like you know what you're doing fast. After you've learned the chords, start learning how to jazz it up by playing things like arpeggios and really just learning how to improvise. So for example, if I just played the chords of Clocks by Coldplay, this is how it would sound. But if I jazz it up, it sounds like this. So in this example, I played some arpeggios, and that's just one way to jazz up your chords. In my online program, the Piano Accelerator, I really dive deep here and I give tons of different improv tricks for people to do and really jazz up those chords. But arpeggios are just one of the examples. The next step would be learning how to read the notes just on the treble clef staff. So this is the treble clef. That means this is the notes for your right hand. The next thing I would do is learn how to play from lead sheets. Now here is an example of what a lead sheet looks like. It's actually just reading the melody in your right hand and playing those chords that you already learned in your left hand. So this is how you can be someone who can play the melody and the accompaniment at the same time. So this is what I mean. In the first phases, what you're gonna do is learn how to be an accompanist. That means you're just playing the chords and maybe someone else is singing or you're singing or another instrument is playing. But you're the ultimate pianist when you can play the accompaniment in your left hand and the melody yourself in your right hand. And this is the next phase. So that you fully understand, if I was playing Happy Birthday as just the accompanist, this is how it would sound. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Johnny. Happy birthday to you. Now, if I played it with the melody and the chords, it would sound like this. So at this point, I want you to be the ultimate pianist. That means you can play the accompaniment and the accompaniment with the melody. This is why I really recommend, after you learn all the chords, to learn how to read music for the right hand in the treble clef and learn how to play with lead sheets. From this point, you're able to play songs you love and you're not gonna hate practicing the piano, again, because you're playing songs you love, which is something you've been able to do since the very beginning, since you started by learning learning chords first. So don't do sheet music first. Put the lead sheets and the sheet music towards the end of this journey. By taking this path, you're going to be able to learn how to play the piano fast, and you're much less likely to give up because you're enjoying the process. This path is exactly what I take my students through in my online program, the Piano Accelerator. So what do you think now? Are you convinced? I hate to admit it, but I think I believe you now. Before you go, be sure to grab that free practice journal so you never skip a day of practice and all of your practice is really productive. And before you go, be sure to like and subscribe if you would like more videos on how to go from zero to playing your favorite songs in months, not years.